Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we're talking about vision boards and how you can create one, how I've created one, and how it's worked for me in the past. Now, I know I've created a video on this previously, which is more like the digital version of creating a vision board, which I know some of you love, but also I know some of you are old school like me and you like the old-fashioned way of like putting pen to paper and printing things out, getting the picture, like a tangible pictures that you can touch. And yeah, that's why I've created this video. Now, I created a vision board last year. 2022 was genuinely one of my best years, but the previous year to that was one of my worst years. And I created a vision board for last year, and most of the things on there, and I've said this in my other video, but most of the things on there came true. And it's crazy because literally now I'm sitting in my, it's a bit messy in the background, but I'm sitting in my Thailand apartment, my apartment in Thailand, which was on my vision board, and I'm speaking to you about creating a vision board for your future. And I know this works. I'm sitting here, I'm evidence that this works. As long as you watch this video, no, but as long as you put in the effort and you take the actions that I've put in my other videos that you can watch about goal setting, about creating habits that align with the goals that you've put on your vision board, then it's more than achievable. Anyway, we're not going to go into the motivational Sarah. We're going to keep it neutral, but yeah, I took my business online last year. Just to give you, if you're new here, just in case you don't know anything about me, I was working in jobs that were truly not fulfilling me and truly making me miserable. And then I decided to create my business, and now I have multiple businesses, multiple streams of income, but I wanted to take all of that and put it online. And that's what I did. And that was my biggest takeaway from last year. It was always my dream to be able to work from my laptop from pretty much any location, but a location that definitely aligns with me, aligns with the energy that I want to feel and the vibration that I want to be on. And Thailand gives me that. So I always wanted to live on a tropical island, not forever, but just for a period of my life. My partner was the same. We said, like, I want to have palm trees, I want to see blue skies, beautiful beaches, hot climate, but also where the people are beautiful, it's safe, like all those kind of things as well. I didn't necessarily put Thailand, but I put something that definitely represents, and it gives me goosebumps now when I say that, because when I look back at the pictures that I put, it is literally copy paste of what I can even see out of my own apartment, which is, I'm so grateful, but also I worked towards it. Now, often people, when they hear the term vision board, they think it's a bit woo-woo-y, it's a bit strange, like it's just a waste of time. I've heard it before, and I understand it because I also was feeling those things until I started to do it properly. And in fact, creating vision boards is deeply rooted in neuroscience. So we're going to go into that. I'm going to show you how you can create one, and hopefully you're going to have the best year ahead. So the first thing we want to do is reflect on the previous year, and this is how I like to do it, and I'll just run you through some examples. I've created this for you. You can download it and print it off and do the worksheet as you wish. So what were my biggest wins? What am I proud of? For me personally, I'm proud of taking my business full-time online, taking my business online full-time. Another one of my examples is definitely like moving to Thailand and kind of starting a new life here, moving to Thailand. Again, I don't want to bore you and go into huge details, but that's just an example. What my biggest lessons? My biggest lessons for me personally was that I've faced situations where I completely overreact. So my biggest lessons were like kind of that I need to work on that part of myself. I need to react in different ways and to swallow information and without freaking out straight away. So my biggest lessons, how can I word that? Like life, something will always work out. Like I was freaking out with visas and paperwork and all of these things like not working out for me. But I think like, this sounds cheesy, but whatever is meant to be, will be, like good or bad kind of thing. There's always a solution to something, even if in the moment you don't feel like there is. There's always another way to handle it. There's always a way out, if that makes sense. I don't know if I give you a great example there, under pressure I guess, but you know what I'm trying to say there. And also like time passes and your family and friends, like being locked in Australia and not being able to see my family and friends, one of my biggest lessons is to kind of be present in those moments with family and friends, and because we don't know when we're going to actually be able to see them again, as we've all learned. Who was a good influence around me? Definitely Roberto, my partner. He's always a fantastic influence around me. My friend Jodie has always been a great influence around me as well. Even though she lives in the UK and I live in Thailand, we're very we speak on WhatsApp with voice notes like on a daily basis, and we share like the real truths about like the struggles and stuff, but we also definitely try to like lift each other up and inspire each other. So these two people have definitely been like, along with other people like my family as well, but just to give you an example, these two people have been really influential for me. Here I would go a step further and say like, why is this person being influential? And the same here, like why? Because that makes you appreciate these people even more by going into the why. What were some of my good habits? My good habits were I was working on my developing my knowledge within my business. So I have an e-commerce business. I would watch like YouTube videos and just learn more and more and more. I would also say journaling, meditation, reading books, like these are all good things in my life. I won't write them just to save time for you. What habits do I want to leave behind? This could be scrolling on my phone as much. I also wanted to leave behind waking up and looking at my phone straight away. So that's something I definitely need to change, because I'm very good at giving advice but not taking my own. So leaving the phone outside of the bedroom is something that I want to focus on, and scroll less, procrastinate less. What do I want to do more of in the next year ahead? I want to definitely work out more. Last year I really struggled with working out and really lost my motivation, and yeah, it was a big struggle for me. And I also want to dance salsa bachata more as well, more Latin dances. Then I've got, what do I want to do less of? Again, this can come to like habits, like what habits you want to do less of, but I want to drink alcohol less. I'm not saying I want to totally give it up, but I definitely want to do less of it, drink less of it, because I feel, yeah, it's, I get quite, I debate a lot when I've had a drink. I debate a lot when I'm sober, but I debate more, and I do it in like a passive aggressive way, which I've noticed about myself. So that's something I definitely, even though I believe in debating, and I believe in having your opinions and debating them and being questioned and throwing questions, and I love all of that, but I'm not a politician. So I really have to slow down with that, and definitely alcohol is making me do that more, and I don't like that side of myself. So I definitely want to drink less alcohol and maybe replace it. I was explaining this to my friend, like I love holding a glass of wine. I love a pretty cocktail. I just love the aesthetic of it. I love the taste of wine. I love having it with dinner. So I'm going to actually try and replace with non-alcoholic wine, which I never understood why people would do that before, but I totally get it now. So that's something I'm experimenting with, but I'm not saying like I'll never drink, because that's just not the case for me. What kind of person do I want to be going forward? This could be like, I want to be a person who reacts in a better way to things. It could be I want to be, I don't want to say positive, because that's just like very cliche, and like what does that even mean, right? So I want to be the kind of person that wakes up and drinks water and gets out in the fresh air, and yeah, just you can write down whatever comes to mind here, whatever's personal to you. So I hope that makes sense. Then the next thing you can do is come back to this worksheet, which I've created again for free for you to download. What do I want? So this is going forward, right? What do you want in the next year coming? Or if you're in January now, I'm doing this in January. For those of you who haven't done this yet, what do you want from this year ahead? It's not too late to ask yourself what you want. I do this like almost every month and revisit the things that I've written down, but I've put them into sections for you. This is just general. You can write whatever you want. It's personal. You might not have any interest in spirituality. I didn't write spirituality, but you might not have any interest in these fields, but you can change them, swap and change them, and write whatever you want. So for the sake of this video, we shall write my name. And then health and fitness. So for example, as I explained in my previous video, the digital version of this kind of video is I want to start doing workouts that feel good. I used to be very much into working out with weights. I do enjoy weights, but I don't enjoy it as much as I did in my early 20s. And I'm kind of forcing myself, I have been forcing myself to do it more because that's what you've always enjoyed, Sarah. But now I just enjoy more slow things like yoga, Pilates, those kind of things. Obviously, to go into more details, like what do you actually want? Maybe you want to be able to do a certain pose in yoga by this month, or Pilates, maybe you want to do it 4 times per week. Go into detail of those things that you want, and then yeah, just do that for every section of your life. Then once you've done that, you can move into finding pictures that align with everything that you've written. So for example, for business finance work, let's just say for YouTube, I want to reach 50,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, right? Then again, I would write this a lot smaller and neater if I was really doing it. Without having to make a video, but just for the sake of the video, I'll show you. So if I wanted this, I could then go on to like Pinterest and find pictures that resonate with this particular thing. So these are some of the pictures that I printed out, and I'm going to put up somewhere. I'm going to cut them all now and put them up somewhere on the wall. I read in an article where neuroscientist Dr. Tara Zwart explained that looking at images on a vision board primes the brain to grasp opportunities that may otherwise go unnoticed. That's because the brain has a process called value tagging, which imprints important things onto your subconscious mind and filters out unnecessary information. The brain assigns a higher value to images rather than written words on a to-do list. And the more you look at those images, the more the images move up in importance. And there are ways you can boost this activity. For example, if you look at your vision board right before you fall asleep every night, the images will be imprinted even further. That's because the brain is very impressionable as it drifts into sleep. And so if you focus your attention on something during that period, particularly on something new, those images are more likely to feature in your dreams and thoughts. So what I've done is just laid everything out on the bed just to see. I'm going to put it in the bedroom, I think, just because it's more personalized space. If we have guests over, I don't need to worry like what they're going to think of my vision board or whatever. However, I am putting it on YouTube, but you know what I mean, like it's kind of different. So I've just laid it out here. I'm just going to try and like rearrange it not rearrange it, just have it out like this so I can see like what I've got, and then yeah, just try and place it nicely on the wall. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll try. Vision boards also work through visualization. That's because the brain sees little difference between something actually happening and a strongly imagined vision of it. Therefore, imagine it already happening for you. For example, by visualizing that you're a published author, not that you just want to write a book, you're more likely to make that leap. Studies have shown that people who imagine themselves flexing a muscle, for example, achieve actual physical strength gains. So if you practice this every day, imagine what you could achieve. Okay, so as you can see, there's like gaps and it's not looking perfect. Not that I need it perfect, but it's a bit off. So I'm going to fill the gaps with little quotes. This is the finished look and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks super cute and like authentic. And yeah, I can add more quotes, more pictures. Like I say, this is not like the full vision board, but it's just in the perfect place. I can add more personal things. It's next to my wardrobe, it's next to the bathroom in the bedroom, so I think it's in the right place. And yes, if we have visitors, they don't need to see it. It's just funny that I say that and I keep saying it, and I'm going to put it on YouTube, so what's the difference? Anyway, so just to clarify, this picture, I don't know why I feel like the need to explain this, but I'll just explain it anyway. I'm not looking to have children like now, but I want them soon-ish, and the reason I put that there is because it motivates me. I'm really motivated to have a family. I really want that. It's one of my biggest desires, and I really look forward to being a parent. But in the meantime, that motivates me to do all of the rest. Like, in order to be a mum, I want to read more books on like psychology or self-development, because I want to be try to be a better version of myself by the time I have children. If I want to get like 50,000 sales a month in my e-commerce business, then that motivates me to do these. I don't know if that makes sense, because I want to give my children, of course, like everybody does, the best possible future in every way, not just financially. And that's why I put that there, for that reason. So yeah, I am really happy. I don't know if this, I don't know why I've put this, because I know that me and Roberta, we move around a lot as expats. So we do mostly rent places, but maybe the next place I want to rent is looking more like that. I don't know, but it's just more aligned to my style. This is just because we want to go to Italy and we want to have more time there in the summer. This is like, I want to have more of a morning routine. Let me zoom in on that one for you. I want to have more of a morning routine, more structure. And again, I've just written some quotes like, you are enough just the way you are, because I always doubt myself. Like, even though I sometimes give good advice, I don't take my own sometimes. So yeah, I hope you like it, and I'm really pleased with it.